Patreon.com/the Walk-Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
All right, let's talk some baseball here, Shi. Speaking of your Tim and Fred's appearance last night, obviously we're going to get to some listener questions at the end, and we'll get to the moves from this offseason. But at the end of that interview, you were asked if there is another move that could be made, whether it's pitching, bullpen, outfield, and you had an emphatic yes. Very little doubt out of that yes. Is there something cooking, Shi? Do you feel like something's on the go?
Well, I mean, let's point out I was given two options. I was giving yes or no as an option. So, I didn't have the option to say probably. I expect there to maybe be one more move. I mean, you look at the way they're constructed; they still have a potential bench spot open. I have heard there's sort of like poking around in different areas on other guys, which would make sense. Right now there's still bodies and still people looking for jobs, and if you think about the way this team is constructed right now, you could envision a role for, say, a right-handed lefty masher who could maybe spell Dalton Varsho against tougher lefties in left field on occasion, right? So there's certainly an opportunity. The Blue Jays could decide to just, save it, go with Nathan Lucas or Otto Lopez or somebody from their farm system, and go with cover the bench spot that way. But just given the pattern that we've seen from the Blue Jays and the emphasis on one, depth, two, on just having a lot of tools in the box for various situations and various matchups, this seems like an area that they can fill in, and the market is sort of flush with that kind of guy.
How much more money do we have to spend? Are we a Cohen competitor? Like, do we have a cap?
I mean, nobody's a Cohen competitor, right? and look, there's definitely a cap. Like, I mean, I don't think that they're going out and signing a $20 million dude or a $15 million or even a $5 million dude, right? But minor league deal, or like a $2-3 million player kind of guy. I think that seems doable. I mean, I don't know, and I'm often wary when teams or front office personnel are saying, "Oh, we don't really have a budget. We have blah blah blah." As the Blue Jays often say, it's like we don't have a specific figure we can go up to ownership and present opportunities and get yes or no's. And I do think there's something along those lines for them. I do think there's a semblance of truth to that, but I also believe they have a number to work towards. But one thing for people are going to keep in mind, it helps explain some of what's happened this offseason, is that a lot of new money has come into the game at the national contract level. Teams, some of them already have, some of them are still working on this. I believe the Jays are still working on this. I don't think they're locked in with someone just yet. But there's going to be jersey patch sponsorship revenue that's going to come in. So there are new streams that are creating more revenue within the game that differing teams are, helping to fund some of their payroll increases with. So, from a business perspective, you can see what's driving this to an extent, but there is a motivation and understanding. Look, the Blue Jays are within a window and they've got to capitalize.
All right, Shi, we won't keep you any longer. We love talking Blue Jays and baseball with you. Thank you so much for coming back on the show, my man. All the best in 2023. And darn well we'll bug you again down the road to come back on. So thanks again, man.
Yeah, no worries.